Hey, what's going on, guys? Enter Charizard here, bringing you episode 35 of the HazardCraft SMP. And today we are finishing what we started last episode, which is the Water Temple Grinder. And if you did not see last episode and are completely confused about what I'm talking about, me and Shiny started this project together last episode. What it is, it's a AFK grinder that will kill and collect the drops of the Water Guardians, the mini ones, not the bosses, and you can therefore use those drops to whatever desire you want and turn them into the blocks that you would normally make from them. However, I'm splitting this project into 2 episodes while Zach is doing it in 1. Last episode, in part 1 of this tedious task, we did a couple things. We set up these walls around the temple area. We then drained all the water out within the walls, and then had to break the temple by pick. And I was going to use the phrase by hand there, but it was literally by pick. And I actually had to repair my pick once, and I'm going to have to repair it a second time soon because it's on 1/3 of its durability. Awesome. But since last episode, me and Zach did a little bit of work off recording, which is this exoskeleton of the grinder here. So this is what it's going to look like. This is the shape of it. You can kind of see, and since I don't have Optifine Zoom, this is the ghetto version of Optifine Zoom. You can kind of see there's a drop area right there, and that is where the Guardians will fall into, burn, and the drops will then go into hoppers. So, removing our ghetto Optifine, I guess I can just quickly say and state this episode is going to be heavily kind of styled like last episode where it was edited. I did not do much work on recording to keep you guys entertained and not to bore you. Therefore, we're going to be making a cut. I have a couple things to add inside of it. Zach will be coming back eventually. He's busy. That's why he's not in the call with me right now. But some of the things we're going to be making is the drop area itself, since it's obviously not done. And then I have some fence gates I need to add, which are part of the grinder. So I think I'll get those steps out of the way, or at least one of the 2 steps, and come back, explain their uses, their purposes, and keep moving on. Keep jump cutting as we get more and more things accomplished. So, with that being said, let's go. Alrighty, so I've worked mostly on the drop area here, and the kind of mechanics of it, and I'll explain this real quick. It's fairly simple to build, and I figured I'd get it out of the way while I'm waiting for Zach to get back. So, what I did here, if you can't tell, is I've added a little bit of a pipe, I guess you could call it, or a rectangle that comes down from the drop hole. And I'm going to have to replace some glass here. That's okay. I'll do that later. Let me just break this one. I have a Silk Touch pick. What am I doing? I'm dumb. So, using our lovely Silk Touch pick, you have the drop hole here. And this is where the Guardians will fall into and burn. Now, the way it's set up is they will go through 4 blocks of lava and then fall. I don't know what he's going on about. And then fall into this bottom area that you can see is open and covered with signs so the lava stopped flowing. That's funny. Enters the nether hub. Ghast's right there. So yeah, you can see you have signs stopping the lava flow. So once the Guardians go through these lava blocks and fall into this area, they'll already be hurt and burning. And once they die from the burn damage, their drops will go into these hoppers. Now, these hoppers are not fully set up yet either. This is something I cannot do until Zach gets back because he's designing it. We're going to have all these hoppers come down into an item sorter system. However, I don't know how to make item sorters. I mean, I've done it once for my nether grinder, my zombie pigman grinder, but I don't remember how. I watched a tutorial, and Zach knows how to do it, so I'm going to wait for him to come back and finish that part of it. But ultimately, the killing portion of the grinder is done. Now what's left is what goes inside. So, I can't guarantee you what'll be done next and what I will be jump cutting to, because it all depends on when Zach gets back. So it could either be stuff inside there or the item sorter. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys back. Can you not? Can you not? Come here. Come here. I'm lagging. I don't. Come here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Butthole. Um, so yeah, I'll be back. Alright guys, so me and Shiny kind of just decided to skip a step or two on recording and get it done. So basically what you missed me explaining is the item sorter at the bottom and how the grinder works, which is what I'm going to do now. I just figured I'd kind of do it all in one shot instead of the multiple steps. One, because I was getting bored of doing each individual step, and two, because I kind of forgot one of the steps, and then it just snowballed from like, oh, well, I forgot this one, so I'm just not going to show this one, and I'll do it all at the end, which is a little bit lazy, but you know what? I'm trying to be efficient, all right? Don't hate me, okay? I love you guys. Either way, so I explained the killing area there. Once they die, Shiny set up an item sorter that their drops will go down into. So you get the shards going into this chest, the crystals going into this chest, and the fish going into that chest. And holy butts, my music is loud. I apologize. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go into creative to kind of show this off because I don't feel like pillaring up there and then having to pillar down. This was built in survival, so don't hate me for going into creative now. But, let's go game mode C. And, yeah, show this off. So, the top kind of section is where they spawn. And as you can see, it's just filled entirely with water. And it gives it a big area for which spawning can occur. Now, right here, on this kind of third layer up, we have fence gates stopping the water, so they will drop into the bottom section of water. From there, we have glass, which you can't even tell because it's glass behind glass, so it's not apparent. You can kind of see it there. And on that glass, we have water in each corner of the grinder. I really don't know what I was trying to say there, nor do I know which one I actually said, because it's me. I could be saying freaking pomegranate and I would think it was corner. Moving on. So once they fall into this section, the water flow pushes them into the killing section I've already shown you all. They drop down, die, items get sorted. Pretty simple. It just took us about 3 days of our free time and social lives to do. So, the last thing I have to show you all is the area in which you grind it. And we kind of forgot to put glass back on top. It's not really necessary because they can't get out, but maybe we'll do that. So because of the, I guess you could say, Minecraft specifics and the way Minecraft is set up, the easiest way to grind this and have them spawn is to basically stand 100 blocks above it. So what we did is set up a nether portal where you can just kind of AFK here. It's completely safe as long as no zombie pigmen come out and you smack them and then they kill you. But this is pretty much 100% safe. I mean, I guess we could do this. Do I have torches? I don't have torches. Here, let me go into game mode S because I don't want to do anything that you guys would call me out for as a cheater. And we'll quickly place some torches on top of this obsidian here. Come on. Fine. Place a block. Getting some lag. What the frick? The butts? Don't know what that is. Nor do I know where that lag came from. Alright. So now this should be completely safe to AFK and allow those to spawn. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You stand up here, they spawn, they die, and the items get sorted. Now, our plan for this, and it's something I will have to do next episode, is to make a shop out of this where we sell the blocks and maybe the items. I don't know why we would, but I mean, if someone asks us to do so, we could. But our plan is to mostly just sell the blocks in stacks and half stacks for diamonds, meaning like 1 diamond to stack, 1 diamond to half stack. So that should be pretty cool, and hopefully the shop gets a lot of attention, because me and Zach have only done one project before in the past together, and that was Duck Hunt, and that has made no profit, basically. One person has played Duck Hunt. So, me and Zach are hoping, this being our second project together, we'll get a little bit more business. So, I guess I can quickly show you guys where this portal leads to in the Nether, and it's a little humorous because it actually landed right on top of Kamikaze Warbeast's pathway. So, if we kind of break this one block here, hopefully I pick it up. Yep. You can see this is Kamikaze Warbeast's path to his home. Our portal is right on top of it. So if we walk this way, we walk, I believe it's this way, and follow it, we should, yep, there it is, walk all the way to the Nether Hub, and be able to go easily back to spawn. And the other cool thing about the positioning of our portal is back in the overworld, you can just jump down. Oh, no, no, no! Don't break Will's... Did you break Will's thing? No, we're good. Okay. Stupid ghast. God dang. As I was saying, to get down to those items easily, instead of having to walk the 2,000 blocks in the overworld from spawn, you can just jump down into the grinder. You obviously probably take a hit or two from the mobs themselves, but once you jump down into it, you're pretty much easily able to get out. I have to relog here. It sometimes acts weird when I change dimensions and doesn't allow me to do certain things like open doors and stuff. But yeah, you just jump down into the grinder, you can easily get out, and then with feather falling, you should only take like a heart or two jumping from the top of the grinder down to the item sorter. So it's a little dangerous, but it's not fatal. So I know this episode was a lot shorter than usual, but I actually have some things to talk about. Oh, I forgot. You know what? You know what? We're going to go home. We're going to run home. We are going to run home. Because if you saw what was in my ender chest, you are quite interested in hearing about it and learning how I have obtained it. However, we have to go home first to explain such things. Jesus. Yeah, I always get that initial changing dimensions lag for some reason on the server. Another cool thing I should mention, another new thing, is Redneck Gamer is building a tunnel to his home. That's kind of like right next to mine. Here. And another tunnel to one of his grinders. So the grinder would be that way. His third home that he's building is that way. And apparently, this new home he's making is going to beat me for having the biggest house on the server. Because right now, I do own the biggest house on the server. But Redneck's like, yeah, this new house is bigger. And I'm like, God dang it. Now I have to build a third house. Just kidding. I built my second house literally like a month ago. I'm not building a new house for quite a while. That second one took forever. So we're going to take my passageway to my house. And I honest to God should keep minecarts on me for this passageway just so it goes quicker and I don't lose as much food. But I always forget. Like, I am just a forgetful Frank. And my name is not Frank. But I really am. I forget so many things on the server and I forget to keep things on me or forget to do things. And it's really bad. And one of the things I forget the most is minecarts on my inventory. So things like this aren't as boring. But it's whatever. It is whatever. Not going to complain too much. So, yeah, I'm the only one on the server right now, which is kind of sad. But we had a big little skirmish yesterday, or 2 days ago, where 5 or 6 of us were on the server, and we all decided to like do some PvP fights. And from those PvP fights, I did not die, but I got like 6 kills. We were basically just setting up like, oh hey, that lag. We were basically setting up like, I guess you could say, jousts of the sort, or little battles. So 1v1s where all the other people not battling would watch. And I killed like 6 people and didn't die once. Whereas some other people were a little bit different. I think Redneck Gamer got a couple kills too. I think me and Redneck Gamer had like the most kills. But yeah, let's explain now. Now that we're home, we can finally explain what you all been waiting for. This creeper had my inventory. I almost shut off my password there. And these 4 new diamond blocks. So, we'll start with the diamond blocks. Will, or Kamikaze Warbeast, needed to use my grinder to get to like level 110, and the cost I gave him was 4 diamond blocks, which he named Will's Diamonds F Caleb. Thanks, Will. You're a sweetheart. But I'm just gonna quickly, for sake of my younger viewers, rename those to just regular blocks of diamonds. This creeper head is a different story, though. So if you didn't watch the recent upload on the group channel, you would not be aware of the 2 people who have been banned from the server. Those are Xbox Maybe I Just and TechnoGizGuy. So we're now down to like, I think 8 members, 6 of which are active, which kind of sucks because I don't like losing SMP members when we don't have a big SMP group as it is. But there were reasons. Those reasons were explained in that video. So if you want to know why they were banned, watch that video. One of the reasons TechnoGizGuy was banned, though, is because he blew up my house, which isn't allowed. And he destroyed my everything, which we had to fix in creative because we couldn't find a good backup of the server to, reset it to. So I had to fix my house in creative. But one of the things he blew up were my chests. So you might notice I have very, definite amounts of items, like 64, 64, half stacks of 32, 64, 64, 64, which obviously isn't legitimate. I kind of had to go back to one of my last episodes and check what my items were, but I had added items in to my chests since then, so there were things I had I couldn't remember. So I kind of had to guesstimate, and that's why we have some of these numbers sitting in these chests. So yeah, my items aren't going to be exact. Some of the chests are going to have more, some of the chests are going to have less, but either way, it's close enough to the point where it's not a big deal, I should say. So, the creeper head is the result of TechnoGizGuy getting banned. When we banned him, we went to his house and we're like, yeah, is there anything good we can take from him? Because, he's not like he's going to need it. And he had a creeper head. And me, Redneck Gamer, and Shiny were talking about it. And because I was the one who had my house get blown up, they allowed me to keep the creeper head. So, yeah, this is mine now, which is awesome because I really wanted one of these and was considering buying one from the, I guess I'll put it here. I was considering buying one from the Game Mode Gear shop, but it costs 64 diamonds, so I basically just saved 64 diamonds through TechnoGizGuy getting banned. Hype. That being said, I don't think there's anything else new I need to talk about, so we can write our journal entry, get this episode done. Another short episode, which is okay with me because 2 short ones in a row is perfectly fine, given the fact that next episode is going to be a little bit of a longer one. So, yeah, I try to either keep my episodes at an average length or vary them so you have equal numbers of short ones and equal numbers of long ones so they balance out. But, yeah, that's it for today. Not much else to talk about. Grinder Part 2 is now done. So, day 35. Water Temple. Swore I was holding shift there for that T. Grinder is finished! Exclamation points. And I guess we can talk about our creeper head. Creeper head. And that's really it. Shop, based, off, grinder, coming next episode. Okay, cool. So, I just want to thank you all for joining me. And check out Shiny's perspective of this episode, because unlike me, he did it all in one episode, whereas I did it in 2. So if you want to see kind of his view of things, you can check him out. And other than that, have a wonderful day. I will try to as well. And until next time, goodbye.